So today, we're going to talk about the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion and mods. I'm going to tell you about some of the mods I particularly like for this title. I've got two main sources for mods. One is the Oblivion mod wiki, and the other is the Oblivion's real estate page. Both will be linked in the description. I will be using some images from either site, so thank you to the uploaders. The Oblivion mod wiki, naturally, has many more categories and mods than the real estate site, but the real estate site has some really nice mods in the housing category. The same category on the wiki has a more mixed quality to it. As you can see here, follow my mouse, I own Oblivion on Steam. Now, it doesn't matter if you own Oblivion on Steam or on disk, all these mods will work regardless. But if you own it on a console, you're out of luck, and I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. Some of these mods that I'm going to talk about require the OBSE, the Oblivion Script Extender. I'm also using the Oblivion Mod Manager. I heavily recommend both, and you can find both at the OMW. Now, let's start. I'm going to talk about housing first. As you can see, I have several housing mods installed. Biotavian Tower, Castle Nightstone, the Champion's Mansion, Nibenview Estate, and some others. And those came from both the OMW and the ORE. Now, of those pure housing mods, the one I recommend the most is going to be the Nibenview Estate mod. I really like it. It's huge. It has quite a few nice features, including gigantic storage rooms, display rooms, has a nice training room, and it's got a unique alchemical laboratory and storage setup. Now, Westwatch Tower, on the other hand, is a little bit different. Westwatch Tower is a small outpost of the Imperial Legion on the western coast of Cyrodiil, northwest of, I believe it's Anvil. And, well, basically the commander has gone missing, and you deal with the issue in a small non-journal quest, and you gain command of the outpost. This is really cool to me. It's really unique. I love it. I wish they put the rank and organization in the affiliations tab in your menu. The Actors Ball, I've up here as Actors .8. It's a great mod for screenshots if you care about such. It allows you to tap into the physical actions and animations that NPCs have access to and that you usually do not. I use it quite a bit to add depth to my character in my own eyes. Now, at Home Alchemy is a fantastic mod, I think, and I heavily recommend it to anyone who spends any time mixing potions or poisons. This mod sets your alchemical apparati as objects to use in the game world rather than in your inventory, and therefore you don't have to worry about carrying around those 4 heavy items anymore. You simply activate each item in turn, the mortar and pestle last, and voila, potion making. A mod I heavily recommend in conjunction with the At-Home Alchemy mod is the Ingredient Storage Shelves mod. You can see it right here as Ingredient Sorter Shelves 1. This adds ingredient storage shelves to the 8 standard non-modded Oblivion homes. It's very pretty and very functional, really something every alchemy-interested character would want to obtain anyway. You just click on the shelves, tell them to retrieve your ingredients, and the ingredients are stored. None of this clicking 100 times to put away your 8 ingredients of 16 different types. The Bank of Cyrodiil. This one may not impact as many players as others, but it is a logical addition to the game world. It adds a bank to the market of the Imperial City, I believe across from Stonewall Shields. You can keep your gold deposited, get a secure chest type safe deposit box, and get minor banking functions from merchants in the minor cities. Birthsigns NoMax is a mod I heavily recommend to everyone who plays this game. You think, oh, I'm picking a special sign to make my character special. No, you're still limited by the standard game to 100 in that special attribute. This mod basically allows the birth sign to mean something after that very beginning of the game. What it does is it causes the attribute bonuses from your birth signs to not count against your 100 count limit. So your birth sign can actually mean something in the end game. And if you have, say, the steed, you can have 120 speed and actually be a fast character rather than just top. I also recommend, as a pair to that one, slightly better birth signs. The birth signs in standard Oblivion are rather underpowered. This helps a bit. It makes it more fair. And that's all it does. They make a good pair. Book jackets. I really like the book jackets mod. It's a retexture and icon remake for all of the books in the game, including the official DLCs. This really helps the immersion factor to look down and see a book that isn't covered in simple brown leather. One of those small things that should have been a part of the original standard game. Another pair, book placement. Book placement adds a spellbook and several spells into the game to allow you to basically have a much easier time moving your books. Again, this is for those interior design types. Call Steeds and Saddlebags. This is a combo mod of two originally independent mods. I prefer the combo version simply because it seems quite stable and not very buggy at all, and it doesn't. It's two mods for the price of one. Now, these are both very helpful little horse utilities. Call Steeds adds some spells into the game. Call Steed, Summon Steed, allows you to not lose your horse. And Saddlebags allows you to use your horse as a storage container. This mod could have been improved by actually adding visual saddlebags to the horses. That they did not do, but still the functionality is there. House map markers. It's a great utility mod, does exactly what it sounds like. It adds fast travel markers to your houses. Better Imperial Dragon armor. Alright, so the Imperial Dragon armor in the standard game is rather underpowered. This mod takes it and makes it Daedric and Glass level, and since by the time we get to the end of the storyline and earn that armor, we're almost certainly wearing Daedric and Glass armor, this is a good mod for one of your slots. Imperial Furniture. This mod places a furniture shop on the northern coast of the Imperial City Isle, outside the city proper. This is a must-have for you interior design folks. I've seen the awesome stuff you've done without it, and this mod includes a range of furniture, candles, weapon racks, pretty much everything. The Keychain Mod. I hate my keys without this mod, I really do. You get a bazillion keys in your inventory, and you can't keep track, and they just clutter it up because it's not like you need to go in there and look at them. With this, they all go on one item, and that's it. Works great. I had some issues with my character losing the keychain between saves, but there is a console command to retrieve the keychain item, and my save file, I stopped losing the keys for some reason. Reznod's Mannequins. Again, interior design types. This one's a bit buggy. I still recommend it. Some of the scripting doesn't work, but it's nothing major. No harvesting failure. This one's a must-have. A child can pick a flower successfully 100% of the time. Why can't a wood elf? This fixes that. No psychic guards. Again, a must-have, especially if you play one of those characters who isn't quite on the right side of the law. So, Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood side of the game. Basically, this mod gives a reasonable radius inside which guards must be to detect your crime. Why? Because it's more realistic. And it's more successfully playable that way too. Poison Equipper. I use this one a lot, because I forget that I have poisons in my inventory otherwise, and my combat suffers as a result. Is it unrealistic? Sure. But so is opening your inventory mid-fight and poisoning that blade. Hell, maybe it's magic. A magic poison pouch you wear on your belt. Portable Bedroll. Helps immersion, in my opinion, drastically. It is exactly what it calls itself. Potable Pastiche. You remember all those ugly little beers, ales, potions? This will fix that. A beautiful retexture. It's very colorful. It's very well done. This is one of those things that really should have been in the standard game upon release. Why are the beers dull brown bottles with paper labels? Why do they look like real beers? Heavily, heavily recommended. Quest Awards Leveler. I love this mod. I have a soft spot for Spellbreaker. And I hate having to say, oh, it's crap now, I gotta put it down and find another one. Time for a new shield. This will fix that. It levels your quest awards to your current level when you need it to. More realistic, I think, at least for Daedric items. Regular items, maybe not so much, but definitely for Daedric items, it's quite realistic. The Stamina mod. Okay, this one's really minor, but it fixes something that bugs me and a big group of other players as well. The Stamina mod replaces every single instance of the word fatigue with the word stamina. Makes a hell of a lot more sense that way.